I welcome you in the wonderful name of my Lord and Savior, King Jesus Christ. You are on the couch with Lish. Today we have a very special guest, a young lady, a beautiful lady, Nonhlanhla.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine. And yourself?
Welcome to our show.
It's good to be here.
Tell us, who is Nonhlanhla?
Well, mina Nonhlanhla waka Zondo. I am the second born from Archbishop Zondo and my mother, and yes.
Wow. So how is it to be Archbishop Zondo's kid?
Well, from me, I see him in two ways because yazi when we at home, Obaba was a kai, like, Obaba and he's a father. I can go, yo, what's up, dad? Like, I need cash and whatnot. But then S120, it's totally different because S120, he's my bishop. So it's funny how, things change because at church, he's like, the person who's leading me in my Christian walk in life and everything, and Ekaya, he's like my dad.
2012, the church was attacked. Archbishop Zondo personally was attacked, and there were threats all over the newspapers, on radio, TV. Everyone was talking about it, that even yourself, your life was threatened, and your siblings. So how was it for you at the time? Well,
it was really hard, but because you could see people's facial reactions when you would pass them. Like nebatse ba o ke ngwana Zondo. Since from grade 8, like skolong, I've been known as ngwana Zondo. So when 2012 happened, it was really difficult for me because my friends would be, let's not talk about it. Maybe in the morning, okay, let's not talk about it. Let's just make her feel welcome and in our presence. Even though but us as a friends, let us just mice everybody. What we would do with my friends is that my friend will bring it up and we'd laugh about it, we'd make jokes about it. Like Mount Exos was such a huge mountain and then we're not it was something like that. And with them they'd be like, I remember one of them was called me. There was a period of time where I didn't go to school. She called me, she's like, Nonhlanhla, I know how you're feeling and I really miss you at school. These people are talking, but what they're talking is not true. If you feel like you want to come back to school, you can come back to school. But if you feel like you're not ready to face these people, she's like, people are talking out there. Just because they're not saying it to your face, but know that behind your back they are talking. Yes.
So then
it was like that.
We have heard stories from the teachers. So now we want to find out from you, the teachers where you were attending school, their treatment to you after they have heard this story on the newspapers and everywhere. How did they treat you?
I was treated normally. I wasn't treated in any different way actually. But then there was a time where it was really difficult for me to go to school. And when the threats were being posted to me, I had to be transported from home to school with security. There came a time where we were busy writing exams and I couldn't go in the classroom to write my tests or my exams. I had to be, the teacher had to fetch me from the gate and walk with me to a room where I can write and go back in the car and go home.
So then how did that affect the results of that year?
Well, for me, it was very scary. I mean, one moment you wake up to school, get a taxi. The next moment I have to be transported in a car, it was dark inside and these people had guns and they were protecting my life. It was very difficult for me. I don't want to lie because I was very young. I was in grade 10 by that time and I didn't know what was going on. One day you wake up, everybody loves you, the next they don't.
Miss Zondo, the allegations, now they have stopped. We no longer hear anything on radio, TV or the newspapers. So now, since the allegations have stopped, abantu apha phandle bakutreata njani?
That's a very good question, because it's funny how you see people change. Because back then I lost a lot of friends. Like, people didn't want to talk to me because because of what people said my dad and who my dad was. They categorized my dad. And now it's very funny how they want to come back in my life. But they were not there when the times. It's good. It's the saying, when days are dark, friends are few.
So now they're actually calling you or texting you?
Yes, they want to ask me, how are you? Like, it's been a long time. But then it's like, yesterday you were not even talking to me. You didn't even want to be associated with me. But now, because of what God has done, for where my dad is right now, they see. I mean, it's by the God's grace. I feel like 2012 had to happen so that my dad can grow and become who he is right now. It was tough, but it made me grow. Now I can say, yes, I paused there. And then, because it was like that time I was like, God, if you don't stop this, then I know that you are not there. Because my dad I was like,
from church, did anyone come to you and ask you, how are you? Or do anything trying to help you? Or maybe even sit down with you and hear how you feel when the allegations and the threats were posted?
Well, to answer your question, a lot of people would send messages. They'd be like, no, but to be honest, but then we know what's going on. How do you feel about this?
So what you received, it's only messages, SMSs. No one actually and try to understand or feel as well.
No, I mean, everybody was hurting. Everybody also wanted to be seated down, what was going on.
Okay, now we passed that stage. Now no more allegations, nothing. Did anyone specifically from church sit you down and try to understand or maybe get how you felt when all this thing was happening?
No one, actually.
So how does that make you feel?
Well, for me, we passed that stage. So Lina is like, it's history.
So if you understand that,
yes,
even them, they need someone
they needed to heal as well, because you would see their reactions when these people they were against us, to apologize.
Yes.
You also see they were also hurting because they still cry. How much they still cry as them in the congregation. So this was not only in Toyagatlung, it happened to the whole church.
Archbishop Zondo. Miss Nonhlanhla, we thank you.
Thank you, the pleasure is all mine.